Good morning. My name is Sean Webb. I'm the Director of Community Engagement in the Educational Foundation. And you're not really watching Classroom Conversations this morning, but you're watching a special about the first day of school. It's Desert Sands' first day of school, August 16th, 2022. Exciting day. I had the pleasure of being over at a middle school today and a high school. I'll share a little bit about that in the future here. But before we move on, I just want to make sure to thank all of our community sponsors and people that make this happen. Our friends over at CoachellaValley.com, Craig Campbell, thank you. You're a true friend of education. We love being able to display on your platform here. Obviously, our friends at Desert Sands Unified School District, Desert Sands Educational Foundation, who wrote a grant with Aqua Caliente, who sponsors us, and also Prep Sports Weekly. Thank you so much, Kevin Pillow. And you can see his first halftime show coming up this Friday. Well, he'll be live from the Mayor's Cup. So pretty exciting. But before I move on, I want to make sure to go ahead and read the mission and vision statement for the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. And their vision statement. In partnership with public and private sectors, Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance the educational experience in the academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff in DSUSD. So as I said, today's pretty exciting. We got the first day of school here. Got a couple of things going on. Let me go ahead. I just want to share real quick what I've been doing this morning. Real exciting. I had the fun and pleasure to go over to Page Middle School this morning, where they had this lovely sign here, happy first week of school for Patriots and so forth. But great time in the first day of school. Able to see a couple different staff members there. Here they've greeted their students as they cheered and walked in. I could see some of our students that are going to be interviewed here shortly. They're talking about what they did over at their school. I could see them kind of doing gestures in the background, kind of funny. But let's see, what else we have here? Oh, that's pretty much all the photos. But yeah, great time. But let me go ahead, and I'm going to bring on some students here so we can talk to them. We're very lucky to have with us, let's see here, I'm doing things with technology here. Today we have Jonathan and Mrs. Scogan, who's from our web class at Indio Middle School. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent. So, we're at Indio Middle School. We've got a couple of students that are joining us. Jonathan, why don't you first tell us who you are and what do you do over at Indio Middle School?
I'm Jonathan Hartman. I'm an 8th grader at Indio Middle School, and I'm a student in Web ASB, and I also am in Tiger News, which is like a school YouTube channel.
Okay, and we'll get to that in a second. I got some video to share. And Ms. Scogan, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Scogan. This is my 10th year here in the district. I teach 6th and 7th grade math, as well as run our web program here at Indio Middle.
Okay, and we also have a couple of other students joining us. I'm going to bring them on screen. Let's see, we have, why don't you introduce yourself? Alana, why don't you go first?
All right. Hi, I'm Alana Palo. I'm an 8th grader here at IMS. I do Web, ASB, and Tiger News.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay. And Marlene, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm a student at IMS as well. I'm an 8th grader and I do Web and ASB.
Okay, so my name is Sean Webb, and the first thing I noticed is you guys are missing a B at the end of your shirt. So if you guys can do me a favor, reorder some shirts, get another B on there, that'd be great. But who wants to give me a description of what the web class is? Because you guys are all wearing shirts for it. Anybody want to give me a description of what's going on here? Ms. Scogan, why don't you tell us what it's all about?
Sure, I can go for that. So WEB stands for Where Everyone Belongs, and it's an extension of the Link Crew program at the high school. Okay. And so it's 8th grade students that work with the 6th graders, and they're basically mentors for the 6th graders all year long. They go out at lunch and spend time with them, run activities for them. And during the class, we teach them leadership skills, and we work on making them become just basically better humans.
Okay, and it kind of looks like I've got some videos talking about what you guys have done leading up to this school day and then the school year and so forth. Marlene or Alana, you want to talk about what's going on in this video here?
Yeah. So in the background, basically, we're setting up for orientations and we're getting prepared to make sure everything goes as planned.
Okay.
So we're just setting up, making sure we have our T-shirts and making sure everything's set.
Okay. And Jonathan, is this one of your favorite classes?
Yeah, because it's hard to explain. It's just kind of like you get to meet a bunch of friendly people.
Okay. And who's like your your primary clientele that you guys work with in the web class? Who's the number one, I guess, priority that you guys work with in the web class?
Probably sixth graders.
Yeah, probably sixth graders. You said it's like link crew, because I know the link crew at the high school, they work very, very closely with the freshmen and make sure that they feel accepted and so forth. But I see that our video here kind of was kind of on a pause here, but it seems like you guys have these types of things going on all the time. Let's see here. Anybody want to field here and tell me what they were doing to help lead up to today, to talk about anything specific?
Well, they
John?
did. They came in on their own time in the summer. And they worked. They had 3 hard days where they were here for 5 hours and doing all the training. So one of these guys can tell you more about their training.
Okay. Jonathan, you're on screen. Why don't you tell us about your training?
So the training was just like really getting to know the rest of the web people and just practicing the games that you would play with the sixth graders. And it was like really like silly and goofy, but you eventually warmed up to people and made some good friends.
Okay. And some of these games are just to kind of get them to speak more and hang out and kind of open them up?
Yes.
Okay. Alana, can you tell me about one of the games that maybe you taught, or one of the games that you participated with, or Marlene, either one? I see both of you guys are like, oh my gosh, she asked me a question.
Yeah. One of them was a name game. It's called Name Ball Scramble, where basically you have one ball that looks like a galaxy ball, and you pass it to the right of you, and you say your name, and you state the other person's name you're passing it on to. And then you do basically the same thing with the other ball, but it goes the opposite way. And you just keep doing that until you've basically memorized everyone's name.
Okay.
And then they added a couple twists to it. So if you say like gotcha, then it stops and you have to say everyone's name in the circle, the one holding the ball. And then they have scramble. So once they say scramble, then you just switch spots and then just continue the game.
Okay. So I'll tell you, I went to a training this summer with a bunch of teachers, and Mrs. Hartman was actually there, and there's some other teachers from Indio Middle School, as well as the district is at an AVID training, and we did a very similar activity, but rather than a ball, imagine this, we used a big ball of yarn. We kept on throwing the ball of yarn back and forth, and it created this huge web where people had to go ahead and crawl underneath to do things and so forth. Only one bee web, but they created this cool little web and so forth. But okay, so you guys have done some amazing training to make sure your sixth graders are ready for the year. You guys have done, I see some people here on the news. Tell me, what are some activities that are going to go on today? Anything special during lunch or anything like that?
Well, we're gonna do more games. So we're not gonna meet up with the sixth graders yet.
Okay.
But we're gonna practice more games.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
And we were at the gates this morning, making sure all the sixth graders knew where they were going, getting them to their classes.
Okay. So as I always do, I want to let you know that whenever we have comments that come through, this just came in from one of our watchers. I don't know who Jan Fellows is, but great job, kids. I love the inclusion techniques. I think it's fantastic. I see some smiling there. Do we know who Jan Fellows is? Is that a teacher there, or?
That's my grandma.
Oh, that's okay. I love it. You gotta love that grandma's watching this. You gotta love that. Excellent. So, guys, we're kind of wrapping up our interview here. Let's see. Let's put the girls on screen here. You have your time. You're on social media on CoachellaValley.com. You're on our Facebook, our Twitter. Is there anything that you want to say to our students to help prepare them for the school year, or any last piece of advice for this first day of school for 8th grade for you?
Probably that it's really fun here, and you'll meet a lot of good people and good friends, and that everything here is like, how would I say it? Like, good, I guess. The teachers are really nice. You learn a lot. We have lots of fun things to do. Like, we have fun clubs. We got
cooking class.
Yeah, we got cooking classes. We got great enrichments. We got like, you can dissect an eye.
Oh, okay.
If you're interested in that stuff. They got like a movie enrichment. If you're interested in like horror movies or like rating movies. They also have like
Sometimes in PE, for lunch they play some games during lunch.
yeah,
It's kind of
Okay.
like a thing
It's
to do if you don't have stuff to do, like if you're just bored and just hanging around anywhere.
yeah, like
They have like equipment to like just play with if you're bored.
Okay, it sounds like with all the different clubs and activities, you got something for everybody, which is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and ask the same question, Jonathan. I'm going to bring you up on screen here. Why don't you go ahead and let us know in regards to the upcoming school year?
I'm just kind of excited for it. I don't really know what will happen. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I'll say that I love that you guys do this is you guys have your morning announcements up here on the YouTube and so forth. And I was told to help promote this. You can follow Indio Middle School Media on YouTube on their Tiger News. This was actually their episode that they did for today for the first day of school. Before I have you guys wrap off here, Mrs. Scogan, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the students and staff in our community that's watching right now?
We are so excited to have our students here, and great things are happening here at IMS and Tigers Roar.
I love it. Tigers Roar. If you guys don't know, I actually have a cousin that teaches there. It's Mrs. McNicky. So I'm going to definitely be in contact with you guys this year, be over there. But hey, guys, thank you so much for taking the time. Have a great first day for 8th grade. Let me say this right. Have a great last first day of 8th grade. All right. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you later.
bye.
Bye.
Green here. All right. So it's always a pleasure to go ahead and have students join us each and every time when we have a special edition of Classroom Conversations, especially when it's the first day of school. So as you can see on the bottom there, share your first day of school experience. Tell us how you're doing. Hashtag DSUSD.firstday. We'd love to share that with the community. Let's see if I can go to Twitter right now and see if we've got any ones that we can share that people are putting up already. So here you have, let's see, Carrillo Ranch Elementary School. Teddy Blackman shares with DSUSD first day excitement. Geez, I'm so excited I can't even say it. But here she is with NBC Palm Springs talking about the first day experience. So we got to thank them. Let's see, what else do we have here on Twitter? Have a great school year. Thank you, Jan. A very inspirational quote that we have there. This is our own Desert Sands Twitter account. We're reminding people use DSUSD First Day to go ahead and promote. And one of the cool things, you can do this on Instagram, you can do this on Facebook, you can do this on Twitter. But actually click the hashtag, and it'll give you all relevant material that's coming up. So this is the most recent one. You see Dr. K and the staff over at Shadow Hills High School with their first day experience. Pretty cool. I know Miss Lou very closely. I worked with her for Page Middle School years ago. But you see the Knight there. Knights do it right. We're talking to them yesterday. There's their new principal, Dr. Dunn, experiencing the first day of school here in Desert Sands for himself. But no, a very, very fun, exciting day. As I said, you can go ahead and you can look at DSUSD First Day. And one of the cool things is we use this each and every year. You can actually see previous years' first day experiences too. But once again, my name is Sean Webb. I'm your Director of Community Engagement in the Educational Foundation for Desert Sands Unified School District. I like to say I have the best job in the world. I get to highlight all the greatest things going on. And you can catch us weekly here on Classroom Conversations, where we highlight all the great things going on in the desert and in our district with our students and staff. But one more time, I want to make sure that everybody's aware. Aqua Caliente, thank you for being our sponsor for StreamYard this year. You'll be seeing Kate Anderson and the Aqua Caliente Band of Clay Indians more frequently on our broadcast. We're sharing about what's going on in their neck of the world and how it relates to Desert Sands. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sign off. I will catch up with you, not next week, but the following week. We'll have an episode. Chef Mary will be joining. We'll have some students joining, and be on the lookout. We will see you again the last week of August. You guys have a great day. Have a great first day, and we'll see you later. Bye.